So Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2 is coming in November, and they've given us some new clips and teasers, but just like Gav kindly reminded us all how they like to flip scenes on these trailers, and it's true. I've said it many times during the past trailers and teasers that we've got for Power Book 2 Ghost that power twist these trailers very well, but nonetheless we're going to break it down in this video. But of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Universe related. But just before we get into breaking down the scenes, the Power Universe timeline has been pretty much announced. Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2 will be coming in November, and I think it will be towards the end of the month because we have to remember that BMF, which is 50s of the show, which is also coming to Stars, will be airing sometime after Raising Kanan. BMF is actually only 8 episodes long for the first season, so if they run with a timeline of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, then BMF, and then Power Book 2 Ghost, I expect Power Book 2 Ghost to come right at the back end of November, meaning it would run through to January. So that would mean for Power Book 4 Force, which is Tommy's spin-off, which I'm sure everybody is waiting for, and that will probably come around February because that's set to come in early 2022. Possibly there may even be Rashad Tate's spin-off ready for next year because I'm sure they'll use Season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost to start his storyline, but all of the shows can change order, especially if they're filming all the seasons around the same time. But let's get into this title of this video and talk about who Cane is fighting in this scene. I mentioned before in my quick breakdown yesterday that Cane is always someone who attracts trouble. It's just in his nature and personality. Trouble will always find him and he's always going to find trouble. Now Power manipulate the shit out of these trailers and teasers, and I really wouldn't be surprised to see if it was actually a nobody and someone that we don't even know. But let's break it down and talk about why it could be Dru, 2-Bit, Tariq, or even Lil Guap. And let's start with 2-Bit actually because I find it the most interesting one. Now 2-Bit and Cane haven't actually crossed paths yet on Power, but I do expect them to come face to face with each other at some point during Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2. There's just no way 2-Bit is hanging around the old neighborhood and doesn't bump into Cane. But the question is, why would he bump into Cane and why would they be fighting? Now there's still an unfinished storyline that's hanging over Tariq's head from Season 1, which is 2-Bit still needs to collect his 50k for saving his life. 2-Bit helped Tariq by killing Bars, and he's the one who sent the picture to Lil Guap after killing him, so 2-Bit is implicated in all of this around Bars' death at Stansfield. But the question is, could Tariq have asked Cane to deal with 2-Bit if he's still harassing him about paying him money? At some point Tariq has got to get 2-Bit off his back. There's just no way he can go all season with 2-Bit chasing him and collecting from him. Tariq will have to do something, and maybe he could use Cane to help solve his 2-Bit problem, because Tariq will need some muscle around him, and maybe Cane can actually be that guy for Tariq. Now I still think that 2-Bit will mentor Tariq, and he'll end up snatching Ghost Rolex off 2-Bit's wrist as well, because they focused on that heavily a few times through Season 1, and technically that watch belongs to Tariq after he inherited Ghost's watch collection. But that's 2-Bit. Let me know what your thoughts are on 2-Bit, because I do feel Cane and 2-Bit will eventually bump into each other, and this could be potentially one way this happens. So let me know if you think that Tariq could use Cane to deal with 2-Bit. But let's briefly talk about whether it could be Tariq, and I'm going to keep Tariq short because the quick answer to this one is I don't think it's Tariq. Tariq hasn't got the hands yet in my opinion to challenge someone like Cane in a fight. Tariq can definitely intellectually outmaneuver Cane in a heartbeat by thinking 3 moves ahead of him, but in a fight itself I think deep down Tariq knows that he wouldn't be able to touch Cane yet. Tariq will learn how to fight, no doubt, over the course of Power Book 2 Ghost. We'll see a lot of development from Tariq, but it's a no from me with Tariq, especially after they seem to be on the same team as well with the death of Jabari and Bars. Tariq and Cane will have to be on the same page in my opinion, so I see them working together if anything. But can it be Lil Guap? After Cane's actions of trying to kill Tariq, there were knock-on consequences with Lil Guap coming after Zeke, and then Cane killing Lil Guap's men, but then them working together. Now the GTG take an eye for an eye to the grave, and there's no way Lil Guap and Cane can work together in the long term, especially what went down with Rico. It showed that Cane Tejada is always a family first kind of guy. Yes, he's rebellious, yes, he's hot-headed, and he makes irrational decisions based on emotion, but Cane Tejada is all about family. Woody McLean, who actually plays Cane, also said in an interview when it comes to Cane, he's all about family. His thing is family first. Now Cane for sure wasn't family first when it came to Lil Guap, especially because he kept him alive for his own selfish reasons, but that's due to him being pushed away by the very one thing he loves, his family. He's always seeking approval and love from his mother Monet. He wants her to trust him more and take more responsibility. The way Monet treats Tariq is the way Cane wants to be treated by Monet, because Cane felt as if he was replaced by Tariq, and this led him to doing something even more irrational, which was keeping Lil Guap alive. But no doubt when push comes to shove, he did show that it was family first when he realized that Rico would be going after his family, and I think this season we'll really see Cane putting his family first because he has a lot of making up to do. Now can Cane and Lil Guap work together? After the aftermath of Dru being shot and everything that went down with Rico, I don't think they can, so it could very well be Lil Guap that he's fighting. But can it be Dru? Now Dru in my opinion is going to be a different kind of person after he got shot, and I do think there's going to be so much more to come from him this season, and we'll see his character really develop. We already saw what he had in him after he beat Lil Guap. Now brothers fight all the time. We've actually seen Brayden and Trace get into a few fights amongst themselves, and the relationship between Cane and Dru isn't actually on great terms, with Dru blaming everything that had happened on Cane and also calling him dumber than he thought after he admitted killing Ramirez. Now can they repair the relationship though? I personally think they can. Like Woody McClain said in an interview that he's going to put family first and he's going to be all about family, so maybe we'll actually see Cane possibly control his emotions a little more this season. I really wouldn't write Cane off, because if he was able to control his emotions and be able to just think before he makes a move, he'd be a very dangerous character than he already is. He just needs to be able to learn, and I feel working with Tariq, he can do this. But that's Cane in the fight scene, so let me know what you guys think. But as I said before, they manipulate these teasers and trailers, and I really wouldn't be surprised if it was a nobody. But let me know what you guys think. I personally think it's 2-bit. But let's talk about Carrie, because she looks like someone who's found out that Jabari is dead, or she's seen the body, and she doesn't look too good. She's going to be distraught. Now she's in bed with Zeke, but she's still going to be distraught by the looks of this scene, and I'm sure she's the one who's going to find Jabari's computer with all the information that's on there, and I'm sure as a former prosecutor, she's not stupid. Carrie is about to put 2 and 2 together when it comes to the whole Jabari and Bars situation, because she already knows that the GTG are involved in the situation with Bars' death, and I feel with Carrie closing in on Cane or even Dru because of the notes left by Jabari, I feel there's going to be no choice but to get rid of Carrie. Now when someone knows too much information on Power, I'm afraid it's time to go, and I feel Carrie will be someone who just knows way too much information on the Tejadas for her to stay alive. Monet won't risk keeping Carrie alive, especially if it means that either one of her kids are at risk. There's no way she's going to let Carrie live when she's got so much information on the Tejadas or even Tariq. Monet now considers Tariq as family, and if anybody threatens any one of her kids, then I think Monet will be a lot more ruthless this season compared to season 1. Monet hasn't really portrayed herself to be this dominant queenpin yet, and I do feel there's more to come from her character, so let's see if she can up her game in season 2. Now there's been a lot more deaths teased for season 2, and I do believe the coming season will level up in terms of the street action, deaths, fights, and generally the overall storyline. Where and who knows where they could take the story, because they've got a clear path to take it in any direction. There's a return of Cristobal and Roberto, and we haven't even spoken about what's to come from Brayden yet, so there's so many things that we need to consider as well. So a lot more storylines and new characters are going to be heavily involved in season 2. But let me know what you guys think about the news and the short teasers that we got yesterday about Power Book 2 Ghost season 2, and season 2 is coming in November. Power Book 4 Force is coming in early 2022. Let me know what you think about Cane and who he's fighting, because I think it's 2-bit for the reason that I gave. Tariq will need 2-bit to get him off his back, and maybe Cane is that guy to help him with 2-bit. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and let me know what you make about Carrie's upset scene. She's definitely seen Jabari's body, or at least found out that he's dead, and that's going to have some consequences. So let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.